on, Chair.
Fremont, ready to roll. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me the number because my brain is blank.
929
Uh-huh.
47.
3789.
Yep.
All right, hold on.
All right on. Free them all, everybody. Free them all. Right on. In the building. Oh no. Let me explain that. Yeah. Last episode before August 30th for Free Them All Radio. Yes, indeed. Y'all make sure you hit that link to the website, the Chairman Fred Street Party. Our brother Noble in the building, Carl Smith. Y'all see you, but Free Them All. Yes, love and solidarity. Yes, indeed. We're gonna be acknowledging a lot of things. Yep, I'm here.
I don't think it went through. I'll try again.
All right. This August 30th, we're going to be acknowledging a lot of things. Families of people in Menard prison, cases of mothers and fathers who lost their children to police terrorism, Imam Malik, Mr. Larry Hoover, all them cases going to be going to, we're going to be talking about them cases, what's going down with them. August 30th, Tuesday.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
August 30th. Tahir RBG, man, I wish you was here man, Tuesday, August 30th. My brother, man, and we love you for life, brother. Real talk, man. Good to see you, brother. I'm gonna try something, y'all. Bear with me. Hey, let me know if the air conditioner. Yes, sir. Okay, right on. Okay, we're gonna try this here. Instagram, I mean, I can't come on right now. Matter of fact, let me tell Instagram people. Let me tell Instagram, tune in to YouTube Live. I'm gonna try something.
Live and direct, let's see.
Live and direct. Let me bear with me, y'all. We finna come in. We waiting on. I need a few more seconds. I'm letting Instagram audience know that we're gonna come off Instagram for a minute. I'm gonna try this. Bottom line, got our times mixed up for another interview. I'm gonna try this interview with this brother. Cause we trying to get all the interviews we can in before August 30th. Give me Chairman Fred in the face if you can pull it up. In the matter of fact, give me the man of the hour. Let me get a quick snippet of Chairman Fred himself speaking, y'all. Give me the man of the hour. A quick snippet of Chairman Fred himself speaking. We can get that. This is the man of the hour himself, Chairman Fred Hampton speaking. Y'all bear with us as we say come with us, y'all. We are getting ready for the big shindig, y'all. We are getting ready for August 30th. This Tuesday. August 30th, this Tuesday. This is the last episode of Free Them All Radio before August 30th. It's going down. 12 o'clock. That no head be bowed, fist be in the air, 12 o'clock in every prison, every concentration camp. Fist in there, 12 o'clock Central Time. 1 o'clock, we going to be right over there. Leaving, going to the wall. Madison in California, about 1:45. 2:30, we at the Hampton House, the historical Hampton House. Then we are headed, right, to the Chairman Fred Aquatic Center, y'all. Get ready to make history, get ready to take history, get ready to take history, y'all. Get your black and light blue ready, y'all. Get them Panther colors ready to roll. It's going down August 30th. August 30th, y'all. The big shindig. If you ain't heard about it, you better check about it. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. The question is, where will you be at? Where you will tell future generations, where were you at August 30th, 2022? Were you there? Were you there? Did you miss it? August, man, the young lords are in the building. Free them all, comrade. I got your text, and no doubt we're going to make time on that stage from Real Talk, man. The Rainbow Coalition is alive and well and kicking, man. They're going to be in the building. We got the indigenous community coming through. That's right. We got the man in all himself speaking right now for himself. No reactions on our own. In that protest revolution. Who is this called doing free more. Hello? Okay, you got to call in. We're doing our radio show right now. You got to call in to get tuned into the radio show. We're going live on our radio every Wednesday. This is a big deal. This is the Free Them All Radio. We getting ready for Chairman Fred's birthday Tuesday. So call in and tune in. Chairman Fred Jr. live on YouTube. Tune in right now. 92947. Man, I'll text you the flyer. All the information right now. Wednesday 6:30 to 8:30. This is key time. We are live on Free Them All Radio right now, brother. Yes, sir.
So we always say the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to do. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you remember I said with the last words on my lips, that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the big. You got to make a distinction. And the people are going to have to attack the big. The people are going to have to stand up against the
I'm going to give that guy a pass who just called me. He didn't know. On Wednesday. I'll send the flyer.
It's going to be system road, all the mountaintops. We in the Black Panther Party because of our dedication and understanding what it is that
I'm going to try this interview I posted earlier. Give him a few minutes.
You ever think about me, and if you think about me, niggas, and you ain't gonna do no revolutionary action. Forget about me.
Okay, let's see if they ready. I posted 3-4 interviews. I ain't turn no interviews down. We want to get all audience. Hurricane the poet in the building. Sacramento in the building. That's right, man. Good, man. Long time, man. Miss y'all, brother. Right on. Sac in the building, man. Okay, I'm gonna text. I don't think he ready for this link. When you call him, I gotta roll. We finna go straight at it, man.
I've been gone for a little while. At least my body's been gone. You ain't gotta be asking me. At least my body's been gone for a little while. But I'm back now. And I believe that I'm back to stay. I believe that I'm going to do my job.
We just went to cancel this. We can keep
in. Shit don't work. I don't believe I'm gonna die for sitting on a piece of ice. I don't believe I'm gonna die because I got a bad heart. I don't believe I'm gonna die because of lung cancer. I believe that I'm going to be able to die when I was just the things I was born for.
I can't mess up my energy.
I believe I'm going to be able to die high off the hill. I believe that I will be able to die as a revolutionary.
Yes, sir. Y'all, you ready, brother? What's happening? Okay, I'm trying to tap in now. Yeah, how long you need? How long you need? How long you need? Yeah, how long you need? Okay, let me get this audience rolling right now because I gotta get this energy, keep this energy moving. How you looking? How you looking? How y'all looking? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come in right now. All right. Okay, 1 second. 1 second, Carl. I'm trying to tie this other. I shouldn't be taking no chance with this. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay, where this thing go? Where is this? Okay. Can't mess up none of that. Dr. Sean in the building. Free them all, my sister. Right on. We can make sure I announce what we got going on. Okay. Let me know if we can hit y'all. Okay, let me know if we live in the record. We can be heard, and we can be heard, and we can be heard. Are we good on the blog talk? Are we good on the StreamYard? I'm waiting on this other brother. They have a show. I think they're in Iowa. I'm intending to tie another interview in, trying to tie all audiences in. We are locked and loaded, and man. I was saying earlier to someone, around August 30th and December 4th, the county insurgency get real super intense. If we don't, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to keep this, as Chairman Fred stated, too proletarian, revolutionary, intoxicated to be astronomically intimidated. In other words, too high out the people to be shook up. Let's see if we can tie this in. If not, we're not going to trip. We're going to keep this energy rolling. Okay, are you good on it? Can you hear us on there, brother? Y'all make sure y'all share this. Okay. See, I get my energy get kind of threw up for all this. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? I hear you now. Yes. Okay, good to go. I'm well, brother. How y'all feel? I'll get my.
Brother, it's feeling as well as we can in this struggle.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I have.
I don't know if Sister sent it, but this is the picture of the Panther headquarters that they blew up here in Des Moines.
In Des Moines. I'm gonna show my audience a little bit there too. I got my audience on deck too. I got my audience.
Yes, sir.
Hold on,
Yeah.
That's Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, in Des Moines, Iowa, brother, they blew us. It was on Drake Relays weekend in 69.
1969, and the police had blew. It was at the headquarters
Yeah, it was our Panther headquarters.
in Des Moines, Iowa.
Six of us in there.
And that was,
And if the deputy minister of education hadn't been late, brother, you and I would not be holding this conversation now.
wow.
Yeah.
This
We would not be here.
Des Moines, Iowa, 1969. That's the picture when the police had blew.
Yes, sir.
The police had blew the headquarters up, the Black Panther Party headquarters, and they blew it up.
Blew it up, brother.
Now, not for
All the way out.
a lot of youngsters hear that term "blow it up." They think it's some slick slang or something that you mean something else, but literally blew it up.
Yeah. This is
It's Des Moines, Iowa.
the back of it.
See?
Yeah, that's right here in this corner right here, brother.
Yeah.
That was the back of the headquarters.
After they had blew it up,
Yeah.
I want
That's the back of the headquarters.
this is
They
Iowa.
actually damaged, they used C4, and they literally damaged almost 34 houses in the area.
Blew it up again. Des Moines, Iowa. This is the pictures. Des Moines, Iowa, the Black Panther Party headquarters there, which was blew up. The police, excuse me, I want to be very clear, because a lot of times people they hear certain terms, they say, well, they can't believe. The police, the state, have blew the headquarters up. This is, you may say, what does this got to do with Freedom All Radio today? This is tying in. We talking about coming up. We on the heels coming up on the birthday celebration for Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton. We talking about a representative of one of the most revolutionary organizations we have witnessed, the Black Panther Party. We talking about organizations, the legacy remains under attack. We talking about not just an isolated situation. We talking about strategic hits. We talking about we put in the context of 1969. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they ain't know the Black Panther Party was even in Iowa. We talking about Des Moines, Iowa. Just seeing the photographs of when the police had blew the headquarters up. A lot of people say, well, we just stick together, we won't have no problems. Well, the Black Panther Party just faded away. Nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. We talking about the infamous COINTEL program. You know what I'm saying? And we were putting it in context, and we on the seas of time open up for, we get our times mixed up. Our brother thought I was in Oakland. I said, let's try to figure this out. Because I say, man, maybe we don't want to draw no foregone conclusions. We want to tap into every venue because it's a struggle. It's a struggle. We talking about the Chairman Fred and the Black Panther Party. A lot of people say, you know, like, well, let's just do an event, do a party. You know what I'm saying? But everything, the terms we use, they're putting in context. You know what I'm saying? To really appreciate these forces, where they come from. You know what I'm saying? I had a situation earlier. Forgive me, brother. You just kind of struck my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I had a situation earlier today. I was going in the back of the Hampton House to take the garbage out. And brother Carl Nelson called me to set up an interview for Tuesday morning. I said, okay, let's do it. There were 2 garbage men working a garbage truck. The one young brother was getting up there. I said, hey, man, here goes something from the Hampton House, a flyer for Chairman Fred. He didn't know who Chairman Fred was. I said, brother, you don't know who Chairman Fred Hampton was? He said, no. So I said, man, I said, that ain't cool if you ain't be hanging around here, man. I said, man, you better historical Hampton House. So the other guy, I asked him, he said, man, hold on, he kind of young. So the other guy driving with him, he get out, I say, don't cop no pleas for him. I said, brother, what's your nationality? He said, my father black, my mother is Puerto Rican, and Italian. I said, okay, brother. I asked the driver, I said, are you familiar with Oscar Lopez Rivera? He said, no doubt. No, he said, yeah. He stood up with some pride. I say, man, how is it this cat don't know about, he said, well, he kind of young. I said, don't copy no pleas for these cats. I said, how old are you, man? Dude, the other brother say 20, one say no, say he's 28 years old. And he say he's straight from African descent. He's 28 years old, and he said, well, I'm kind of young. I said, do you understand that Chairman Fred was assassinated at 21 years old? Do you understand that house right there? The federal government put a wiretap on there when he was 13 or 14 years old. Cats company, out of curiosity, brother, how old were you when they blew their headquarters up in Des Moines, Iowa? How old were you then?
Yeah, brother, I was 17. I was 17.
17 years old. 17 years old. Hey, man, stakes too high.
Brother Chairman, you know, the thing with that was, and the way that it was worked out, you know, was that when the headquarters blew up, you know, we blamed the police department. And then 2 weeks later, the police department blew up.
Huh.
And 2 of the buildings in Des Moines blew up, and they blamed us. When after doing some research years later, we came up and realized that there was an organization, a supremacist group called the Minutemen here. And what they were trying to do was to orchestrate a shootout between the Black Panther Party and the police department.
Okay.
So we feel that they not only blew up the Black Panther headquarters, they blew up the police department and the Chamber of Commerce building because they wanted us to clash and shoot each other and kill and have this big massive shootout. And understand one of the leaders of the Minutemen was a city council member who actually sold guns to the Des Moines Police Department. So when they, you know, we were able to work that out, you know, so that, you know, we didn't have the shootout, you know, which was what brother was saying, it was on course, par for the course, you know, and everybody had geared up for it, you know, which they negated, as you know, was negating the fact of the free breakfast program, the clothing program, and everything else. And they just up and having your party, Black Party, on the 30th. You know, to show what we do, brother.
Right on. I want to touch. I want to delve into that because that assessment which you said had went down. But I don't want to turn the tables incorrectly. I want to because you call or you want to set up an interview with me, and I want to open up for you, brother. If you can bear with me, or as we say, cub with us for 2 seconds. Let me get my cup of coffee, and I'm ready to roll.
Brother, you go get your cup of coffee, and we'll be ready to go.
Show you right. Now listen, y'all be.
Get back, we'll hit it and go with it.
Right on. Sister Comrade Daphne, let us know we got any callers calling in too. 929-477-3785. Then you press 1. I'm getting this cup of coffee real quick with my cup that the mothers of the victims of police terrorism gave me. 1 second. Okay, I moved prematurely. My water not hot yet, so I moved prematurely. My water not hot yet, so I get back on it in a minute. But we good to go. Let me tell my. Okay, Sister hold on 1 second, brother. Sister Comrade Daphne, you got callers in queue already?
No, we have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes, so we'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question for you already, brother. Who was leadership? I got a question. One a party member was asked, okay, who was leadership in Des Moines, Iowa?
When we had the leaders to the black, it was E.C. Smith that was the Deputy Minister of Defense.
What's his name again?
Yeah, Charles Smith.
Charles Smith.
E.C.
E.C. Smith, Deputy Minister of Defense? Okay.
He was Deputy Minister of Defense. Charles Knox, who changed his name later to Mahmoud Abbas, he was the Deputy Minister of Education.
Charles. Ironically, my fault, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you said a name. Go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, you might know Charles Knox, Mahmoud.
Do I know him? Did I know him? I was just coming the other night. I was just coming the other night. I go check on him at nighttime sometimes, take some I pick up some fish from this spot, and he always call. He said, "Son," he say, "Man, don't." He said, "I like just bring me the horseshoes from the fish, you know." Man, I was just commenting about him the other day, and ironically I was saying, and then later on in life, I lost your visual, brother. I lost you. Is it?
Lost me?
There you go.
Am I back?
You back.
Okay.
I was commenting the other day about in his later stage in life, he favored a brother who I was saying his brother Michael Henderson, who just passed, a phenomenal songwriter, bassist. I say, remind me of Dr. Knox, you know, the way he reminds me of him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just commenting about Dr. Knox the other day, and I was going down memory lane about him. Late when we go get our fish, I pick up our fish and I bring the fish to the house, and he always tell me, "Man, I told her all I want is the horseshoes." I said, "Man, I got to go back and get these horseshoes for you, man." Yeah, the catfish.
Yes, sir. You know, I worked with him and Yvonne, you know, on the law school on Drexel.
Okay, on 45th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I worked
Yeah.
with them.
You see, I know. I can tell you. I know the pros, ins and outs, and pros and cons and all. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Let me shout out this sister too that even made me and your, because this is our first time, not our first time talking, but you know,
Yeah.
Sister Nicole Vaughn was she was up there and she made the connection. And about over a year ago, and we've been trying to make this happen, but ain't no it's the right timing, so it's good. We on, and callers in queue. Y'all stand back on our phone. Sister Comrade, let us know the callers. We got some callers calling in too. I think so. Look for Chico Bean. Supposed to be called. I ain't want to let it out the bag, y'all. he might not, he gonna get, he has some news, some good news and bad news, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna work it out. So, cause Conrad, jump in when you gotta jump in. But brother, I'm on deck when you ready to roll. Peace to you as well, my sister. Right on. So we good? Hold on. Sister Conrad, we good for roll? You want to get your call out the way? What it is?
We got a few callers in queue, Chair.
Okay, hold on, my brother. Let me get a couple. Let me get a couple of these callers. Yeah, okay. Bring the call in, Sister Conrad. Who we got? I know we got a couple of callers calling in too. Bring me 2 calls, and we gonna go right to our brother real quick. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, yes, sir. We have the Bricks on the line, Fremont.
Fremont. Who is this? Welcome to Fremont Radio. Welcome to Fremont.
I just introduce myself. I got my chairman on the line. I'm dealing with Brick Single and General Talia Atumbo online. What's up, brother? How you doing, brother?
I'm well, brother. Can y'all, okay, welcome to Fremont Radio. Can y'all do us a favor? We got a protocol. I thought, because we have, okay, bear with us if y'all can. Hold on for 1 minute. This is brother's party. Okay, I got to do this quick. Let's see how we can balance this out. Can we get? I'm trying to get all the interviews and call-ins now. Before, so hold them on line. It's some guests from the street party supposed to be calling in too. So no disrespect, but hold a call for that. And y'all hold on. This brother just called from Iowa from the party. Remember, I got to honor the protocol. He's on deck, so hold to come around that. Okay, go ahead, my brother. So bear with us for a minute, y'all. I'm trying to juggle all these calls.
Hey, bro, y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Go, we ready, brother. We locked and loaded.
Okay. All right, brother. I'm gonna do a short intro, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna jump right in so that we can get you. And I'm gonna do this short intro, then get you, to introduce yourself and start talking about your program on the 30th. Talk about what you're doing, because with the way I advertised Brother Chairman the program, I said, we're going to have Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., and he was going to talk about his father's assassination that was done by the FBI, Chicago Police Department, and he's going to talk about how he's carrying on his legacy,
So
and
you right.
educating people. All right?
Yes.
That's a short opening I'm going to do, brother.
So you're right. Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. So just tell me, we're going to do that, get going.
Just for those who tuning in, let us know again who you are, brother. One more time, so just so those who just tuning in. We good to go? Y'all, again, we are talking to Mills Des Moines, Iowa branch chapter of the Black Panther Party. This is Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. coming to you live and direct. We are on the heels of upcoming annual Chairman Fred Streets Party. We are waiting. We on the standby for some developing news from those who have committed to be on deck with some situations out of their control happen. So when we wait on the calls to come in, I didn't want to let the cat out the bag, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all go look at the host, look at the lineup we got for August 30th, and we got some developing news from them. So we want to be on the heads up when they call in. But we definitely, so we want to seize the time. We getting this live and direct history, what occurred, you know what I'm saying, and the seriousness of this struggle, the seriousness of this legacy, and during prime time, you know, say right on the heels of the birthday of Chairman Fred Hampton. I'm ready, brother. Abdul? Is it me? Can you hear me? Am I supposed to proceed? I do, but my fault. Hold on. I go mute. Hold on. Okay, I was muted.
Okay, now you're off mute.
Okay, you want me on video?
Yeah, we're gonna have you. I'm gonna give you to open it now.
Oh, okay. You okay?
All right. We're live and well. Of course, that's what time it is. 7 o'clock, and we're going now with Conversations with the KO. That's what we're here. That's what we're here to do. And so we're doing Conversation with the KO, and we're getting ready to set up. And this is a unique one because we have Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and he's also doing his show, in Chicago, because we're planning an event for the Hampton House. And when we talk about those out, Fred Hampton, Chairman Fred Hampton, we're talking about a dynamic brother, a brother who's 21 years old, a brother who was taking Chicago and the nation by storm by standing up for the autonomy of black people. And this was what was called at that time in 1969, COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO, led and orchestrated by J. Edgar Hoover, decided that he targeted several Panthers, throughout this nation, several headquarters, individuals. And this is also when they dropped drugs in the community. That's when they were also working in that program to be able to send in agent provocateurs, sending in agent provocateurs to be able to cause, dissension within the party, and also agents to make it look like the Panthers were doing things that the Panthers were not doing, to negate the free breakfast program, the free clothing program, the self-defense program, the free school program. And Fred Hampton was leading that in Chicago, Illinois, and the FBI, the Chicago Police Department, and other agencies gathered together, and they assassinated Fred Hampton and Mark Clark while they were in their homes sleeping. And this is what we had, this is what we looked at, this is what we're talking about today. But we're talking to Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. that's carrying on that legacy, carrying on the struggle, and we don't want to waste no time because he has a program and he's promoting his program for the 30th of August that is going to help with the Hampton House. And I also have an announcement, before our brother gets off the line, because we also want to donate, to the cause to help save the Hampton House. Brother Chairman, welcome to Conversations with the KO.
Right on, Revolutionary Appreciations. I'm honored and humbled to be online with you, brother. Thank you for the introduction. And also, I don't know how much the listeners heard earlier, but just let us extend a clenched fist for your contributions. I think it's, in fact, we have a protocol with the Black Panther Party Cubs, like even with our different programs, like even with the radio program, when Panthers call in, cease what you're moving, open them lines up, and we said legacy is more important in your life. Again, legacy is more important in your life, and and I think it's I really wanted to seize the time, open up the various outlets to jump many interviews as we can from different locations, because I said myself, I sometimes raise criticism with my mother comrade. I said, you know what? I think maybe sometimes we subjective. We draw the foregone conclusion that people, understand and can relate to the dynamics of, what a revolutionary is, or the seriousness of a legacy. But the deal is, as we go through our day-to-day work, we see, it's a constant battle. Because as Field Marshal George Jackson said, imperialism not only affects the economy, but it affects the psychic of the people. And I really wanted to seize the time to have. In fact, there was another individual. I forgot this podcast, This white cat, we supposed to set them to tie them in and do an interview also. On top of different audiences, because sometimes I say maybe we may draw a foregone conclusion that people are clear on certain things, and we can deal with ignorance. We have an issue with arrogance and ignorance, but I just really want to open up, for some dialogue, laying out, the importance of this upcoming day, why it's significant to us, and why we, why we don't talk about it in a subjective way. Like even, I just want to just state this, like not my movement, our movement. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell people like even I said you very rarely have ever heard me even say that the police killed my father. I was listening to the government assassinated Chairman Fred, which is not negating from being my father, but it puts in the political context, and and it was and I'm glad you talked. Like I want to talk about also what you mentioned about the bombing of the office in Des Moines, Iowa. And in my immediate response, and for full disclosure, I'm damaged because every time something happens, they say, one brother said, "Here come Chairman Fred. He always want to blame the white man or the government," and we do. And the deal, like when you said about the blow, and you went to further. You said the research, y'all had found out that it was the Minutemen, a white nationalist reactionary group that had done it. And then they said they engaged in blowing the police station. But also then in the discussion it come out that the Minuteman, he was what was a congressman? What was he?
Yeah, he was a city councilman.
A city councilman, and the city councilman, and that the dynamic. You know what I'm saying? The deal is everything is political. You know what I'm saying? Even if it comes, even if the pawns in the game don't know the role that they're playing. I was watching this little, they call it them little snippets that be on TikTok or Instagram. It was a snippet from the old show The Wire, and it was a piece when Idris Elba's character in The Wire had an issue with a councilman, and he was calling the Slim, the one that they main hitters. He said he said, "Once you go get down on Clay Davis." Clay Davis was a councilman, and the hitter said, "Whoa, hold on, that's a no-go." And it just Albert character said, "Man, you forget who you work for?" And then the other guy had to come in and intervene and say, "Man, you can't do that, man." He said, you're not talking murder, you're talking assassination. Even the streets can be able to distinguish the dynamics. You know what I'm saying? The political significance of life and death. You know what I'm saying? And like it was some years back. There was some struggles, so we talked about even the reference that, famed hip-hop artist Jay-Z had said, he arrived the same day Fred Hampton died. Referencing December 4, 1969, we raised issue to say Chairman Fred was assassinated. And a lot of people could not even understand the significance, and we had to come to grips that a lot of people can never relate to the significance, of putting this correct political context. But we had to take the position that they ain't got to bump it, but please respect it. A lot of people so reactionary, they think you can pour the politics, pour this political education or love for the people and individuals, as opposed to coming to grips with reality. Say, hold on. Identifying who is who. We all come from different experiences and lack of experiences. But there was a climate where to at least acknowledge that, this is what's happening to us, we under attack, and to respect the business. And we want to try to get, we have what we call the hood holidays. We want to embed this in the brains and the hearts of the people to automatically August 30th, automatically December 4th, to click in with these days, have a reverence for it, and all this sidetracking and I didn't get an invite, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. These cats don't need no invite to find out, what time the club open up. Birds don't need no call to know it's time to fly south. I just witnessed a lot of these young brothers came from all over to convene for one of the major street tribes venue, and but I know that they came on point. You know what I'm saying? And we have to acknowledge. We have to acknowledge why a lot of cats, that they really can't relate to these dynamics of such revolutionary forces. Because the deal is, we know the heat that comes with it. Like Pac has said, we know to say Dr. King and never say Malcolm X in school. You know what I'm saying? And no slight on Dr. King, but the deal is, let's be honest about this here. And let's seize the time when we have opportunities and venues to up the ante You know what I'm saying? As a brother in the Los Angeles chapter has said, when there was a shootout with the LAPD, he said if it wasn't for but a few minutes, he said he's a free nigga. If nothing but for a few minutes. So people can look at it like say, one day I acknowledged a venue, an event, a representative who was not a GMO, a government-made organization, who was not a state-sanctioned spokesperson, who stood up on their own terms and called a question. It's a cleansing process. You look at movies like Ray Donovan and the Mafia movies. The Mafia, they have entities such as the church, where they can do all the killing, all the hustling, all the different activities, but they can go to that church, to that confession area, that confession booth, and go through a cleansing process. The Black Panther Party provided a cleansing process for the visionary minister U.E.P. New said, that when the slave takes out the slave master, and the oppressor is gone, and a new man is born. We want to offer a cleansing process, man.
Well, Brother Chairman, one of the things that I always think about when we start talking about the struggle and revolution and how people want to shy away from the term revolution. Revolution is not a negative term. Revolution is a very positive term. And if you implement revolution, then you're implementing systemic change. And when people ask me, I reflect back and I quote, Harriet Tubman, when they asked her how many slaves did you free?
Huh.
And she said, I could have freed a lot more if they only knew they were slaves. One of the things that we have to understand, and our people have to understand, is that we have to look at where we're at today.
Yeah.
That
Freedom
we
of
have to look at the platform of the Black Panther Party. The platform, we're talking about the autonomy of a black community.
Yeah.
So that means you're talking about economic wealth. You're talking about educational wealth.
Yeah.
You're talking about being able to, when we talk about autonomy, you're talking about governing, and actually getting into the,
Yeah.
knowing the
Took you back in.
art of business, the art of war.
That's what I did.
The art, of even mating,
Yeah.
That's what the party set us up, and that's why the party was a threat
Yes.
to the government at that time.
No doubt.
Hold on.
Real.
So, brother, you grew up, you grew up with a father that a lot of us still stand on his shoulders and have learned from. Because when Judas and the Black Messiah came out, we had people who wanted to see the movie that was there.
Hold on, brother. Don't. Click it in, comrade.
Foreman came up and talked about this is a true story. These are true accounts. Brother, what do you say to our audience now? Not only about the movie, about those accounts, and you growing up and carrying on that legacy.
Right on. Let me make sure. I ain't lost none of these audio because this is man. This you.
Go ahead, brother.
Are you on? Is blog talk back? Is it back on? Okay, right on. Gotta seize the time. This here. Okay, right on. If you can, I don't know if the blog talk caught the question, but I'm a tag team with you. You know what I'm saying? Because see, let me say this. Let me say this. I don't take for granted
Yes, sir.
the opportunity to have dialogue with you. I don't take for granted the names you mentioned earlier, the leadership, you know what I'm saying, the attacks, you know what I'm saying, with the Black Panther Party. I'm real big about that, and not subjectively. This ain't no ego tripping. Other entities, whether it be like West Point, whatever, they, not only do they have the luxury to, study what happened, different General Patton and different, those individuals, their predecessors. But they also study our predecessors. They, even to this day, in West Point, they talk about the L formation with Hannibal, so on and so forth. I had some forces here recently at the Hampton House. Well-meaning forces. And, you could feel the pain in them, and they was talking about, and they came all over the country. A lot of their children have been murdered by the police. And one sister, with all due respect, and I come into this a lot of times, and and she was saying, like, we got to start doing this. And they had no concept. Some of had no concept of struggles prior. The stuff that went down, And when I got to breaking down, like, even the history of, of different forces and who's placed political exile, who's on attack, you can see the humbleness in first the humbleness, like, damn, I didn't know this, and then a strengthening, like a back, just like a reborn, to know that, because it's a war tactic. Like, even under the tenure of George Bush Sr., it's at one period in time in Iraq, over 70% of the population was under 17 years old. You had a whole blanket of reactionaries, potential reactionaries, cats who had no connection of lineage, what I'm saying, of previous attacks, who thought this was something new, that this is the first time this went down. And there's pros and cons of reactionary forces, but the deal is like, but to know that lineage, it gives you, like to say, we come from a cloth of something before us. They say, like, even when you raise a horse, the orphan horse is the most difficult horse to raise. It's things that you may take as simple as trotting or walking, they can't relate to. Even in different movies, some of the CIA, they talk how they recruit from the orphanages, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's one of America's policies, to create chaos and restore order. That's in the household, the organization, so on and so forth. That's why they wipe out certain organizations, and they say we can't, and then give you a saturated assessment of it. Back to the question at hand. The movie. This is right. This is where we said it. This is at this table at the Hampton House. This is what the meeting was called. For, you know what I'm saying? Matt, let me give you the backdrop. There have been several attempts to talk about movies and discussions, so on and so forth. One of the war stories I had when I was growing up, about 12 years old, I talked about that there was no heat in our household. One of the cold winters. And that's something to also talk about too. Because like Pac talked about how his mother couldn't get no employment, so on and so forth. Like, even the aftermath, we know how people in general go through struggles, but the COINTELPRO did not just stop, you know what I'm saying, how it impacted not just the lives physically, but the economic stranglehold, you know what I'm saying, the continuous attack on relationships, family, all that, those different dynamics.
Totally agree. One of Yvette Muhammad, who is very much a part of this podcast, like she says, thank God for the strong shoulders on which we stand on. Great models for future leadership. And the thing is, what you're doing, is taking that. You're not, and I want people to know that you're not capitalizing off of.
Man, talk to me. Talk to him, brother. Talk to him. Talk to him.
You're carrying on a legacy.
And man.
In a struggle.
Yeah, man, talk to him. And I talk about, I said, don't get this twisted. I said, the heat that come. I remember I was about 14 years old. This cat was running around talking about he Chairman Fred's son. And I rolled down on this cat. I said, man, you telling cats you Chairman Fred's son? I remember this cat like he just, the cat, he had some Jerry curls. He still, cat named Scott. So I said, he said, well, brother, I'm Chief Malik son. I'm Mr. Chairman. I'm Larry Hoover's son. I'm Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son. I said, brother, hold on. I'm talking who your mother had some relationships with. I said, brother, did this here. I actually was hoping you was a sibling of mine. He said, why is that? I said, no. I ain't one of them children when I look need a hug, some family. I was talking about in the capacity that you can take half of this heat that come with this here. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we don't romanticize. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they romanticize this here, but the heat that comes with this here. In the movie, I'm tying this in your initial question. They say Forrest Whitaker was talking about doing one time, and some cats in the Panther Party had told us, hey man, his son don't play no games. His son will be to see you. So Forrest Whitaker even got so he redirected to the butler. You know what I'm saying? Then Antoine Fuqua was talking about doing one. He had went so far, he had got who he talked to. He talked to this white guy, this unauthorized book, who had his own mouth say he heard Chairman Fred speak one time. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't get he picked certain family members. You know what I'm saying? So I asked one brother, say, why you think Antoine Fuqua, I ain't hard to find. Why he didn't reach out to us? You know what I'm saying? It's an agenda. I tell you, I draw the analogy about, I said, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. But I hear what I want to hear. I'm like, I said, damn, I drank more water, but the exercise part. So a lot of cats, they hear what they want to hear when it comes to the Panther Party. You feel what I'm saying? They want to pick and choose. And that's, by me lose weight, that's one thing about me personally. When you talk about the legacy of an organization that stood up, and we got, and it's a race and a class arrogance. I remember one time we had this new force coming out of the organization, and I said, what is this? She's an artist. And the Garvey flag, the colors were switched around. I said, how you get them colors switched around? Well, to me, it looked like, you talking about Garvey, who did federal time, who J. Edgar Hoover got his career of attacking, and you feel like how you feel, your art looks better this way. This is the arrogance that people take with our movements, our legacies. Even with them, back to the movie. So we put out a call. Oh no! So then when Fuqua backed up, so we heard rumblings they talking about doing a movie. So we said okay, you know, it's like, you know, you hear different rumblings. You know what I'm saying? Once they so they picked out certain people to talk to.
Right.
They got the profiles on who was in the Panther Party, who was the Black Panther. They know who was who. It's like when Genghis Khan of the Mongolians went through China. He knew which Chinese to raise up and put in the schools. He knew which Chinese to be the spokesperson. He knew which Chinese to say, raise the children. He said, these are the desired Chinamen we want.
Yes, sir.
So we say, man, hold on, we got to put a call. We got to have a discussion about these cats. Who was this playing Deborah Johnson? Who was this playing Chairman Fred? So people say, man, you know, Hollywood, you can't get them with the people. That's why I grew up in Inglewood, Chicago, Southside Chicago. I don't know about Hollywood rules. We got to talk. So we met.
Brother,
Yes, sir.
talk about, talk about the breakfast program. Talk about where are you taking now? And where are you taking the party now? And where do you want to take to have the house? What are you trying to do there?
Straight ahead. We straight ahead. We still move for that precious entity of self-determination. We relate to that template. We draw the correlation from the Black Panther Party intercommunal newspaper to the Freedom All Radio. We do every Wednesday. Hosted by myself and Lady of Rage. We say the party line. Information is raw material for new ideas. With the Black Panther Party Free Breakfast Program. We have the Triple C's, Children, Community, and Cubs. We do every Saturday. Saint-Denis, France, on the lease of our Deputy Chairman Franco in France. Sao Paulo, Brazil, our Deputy Chairwoman Suzette. You know what I'm saying? Gary Nally, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? We get these programs popping up with the Triple C's, and we have the community refrigerator right here in front of the Hampton House. And we intertwine, putting that Panther Cub political pill in the applesauce.
Yes, sir. Brother, I want to touch without a doubt, because a lot of people, and you touched on it a minute ago, a lot of people don't believe in that COINTELPRO took place.
Yeah.
That it wasn't there, and that we're, like you said, we're exaggerating, we're trying to blame somebody.
Yeah.
Brother, can you get in, into it at what COINTELPRO was, what it was doing, its mission?
Yes. COINTELPRO, not even, so I tell them we got to quote white folks or the government for people to believe it, you know what I'm saying? In their own words, what they said. Like, you know what I'm saying? In their own words. Okay, right on. Tell him, hold on, get him in queue 1 second. Yep. Okay, in their own words, a program. Let me say because I don't want to draw no foregone conclusion. Just say they, because a lot of times cats say, what you mean they? In the federal government's words, a program COINTELPRO, an acronym for Counterintelligence Program, created by the former director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, architected by the deputy FBI, William Sullivan. A program created to discredit, demise, disrupt, destroy any black nationalist movements, especially amongst the youth, in which over 90% of it was at the Black Panther Party. This one about on rolling the dice. This included, but it was not limited to, political imprisonment, slander campaigns, assassinations, forcing people, you know what I'm saying, forcing people on the run, attacking the programs. This is something that you cannot negate in the context of a conversation. A lot of times people talk about our communities. You can't talk about our communities like, you know what I'm saying, like we're not colonized, and you definitely can't talk about a revolutionary organization like it's not victimized by COINTELPRO. Talking about the Black Panther Party without acknowledging COINTELPRO is like trying to figure out what's wrong with a child that, you know what I'm saying, that's been abused. You feel like you say, oh, don't worry about that. All I want to know about if they're a Capricorn or Virgo. Don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, what happened to them in the foster home. Don't talk about that's sidetrack. We don't go into about no 17-year-old little Bobby Hutton being assassinated April 6, 1968. That's too much detail talking about the New York 3 being framed up. Really not interested in 15-year-old Mumia Abu-Jamal, Deputy Minister of Information Philadelphia, being surveillance at 15. We don't want to know about the assassination of Deputy Chairman Fred, 21 years old, and the physical Lamar Clark, 22 years old, on 2337 West Monroe, we call Chairman Fred Hampton Way. You can't talk with the Black Panther Party. See, I told some folks that could get down with us. They said, well, I don't want to know about all that. You can't know about the Black Panther. Edward V. Hanyahan, who was the state's attorney, Cook County State's attorney. We go up, they said, where you going, Chip? We going to his funeral. Cat said, what? Some cat said, who is that? You can't talk about this legacy. You don't know who Chairman Fred is. You don't know who Edward V. Hanyahan is.
That's right.
We pull up in his funeral. Some new cats, some of the reactionary cats with us, they were so surprised because they really was, they blew their wig. They didn't see no Negro, it wasn't even no Negro pigs even in the funeral. When his son run up on me, he said, man, this is my daddy's funeral. I said, okay, we in the right place now. It blew cats' wigs, man. This is the Cook County. It heightened the contradictions about what is not only who Edward Hanyahan is. What's the history of Cook County, Chicago? No other Cook County that used to prior to this whole cartel invasion that's going on in Chicago and everywhere else. Previously held Cook County had the largest population of black people per capita in the whole country. You never heard of, only Cook County would be a person would come from being the attorney general for the federal government.
Yes.
Go down to the state's attorney and will be seen as a promotion. Hanyahan was attorney general for the feds. He came back down to the, quote unquote down to the state's attorney for Cook County. He was Mayor Daley's political water boy. Mayor Daley, that's who was attributed to making Kennedy president. You know what I'm saying? The role he played. He was Machiavellian. How he worked the Negro populace, the Negro politicians in particular, the churches, all that. This COINTELPRO, it was all. And that's why I'm glad we're talking about the Iowa different dynamics. It was an international attack. They said national attack, but the different that they were talking about one time there was a fundraiser to raise legal defense funds to Minister Huey P. Newton on the Free Huey case. They had raised $5,000, and the party members had got locked up, and they had went and bonded the party members out. And while they were celebrating about them bonding them out, it hit them. We paid that same $5,000 that we raised to get them back out of jail. They would drain your resources, destroy relationships. You know what I'm saying? Who got media attention? Who they raised up? Who got took out? You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the whole dynamic, but the agent provocateurs in particular. Let the record reflect. William O'Neill was not the only agent provocateur. You know what I'm saying? Then you got cats who engage in liberalism. And one of Chairman Fred's sayings was, shit, half these cats crazy, rest of them agents. By the time I figure out which one it is, I've been a penitentiary in the graveyard.
Yes, sir. You know, one of the things that even here in the party, you know, one of the threats that I believe that the Midwest posed more so than the East Coast and the West Coast was that, and Chairman Fred did it, you know, as a man, you know, he was one of the leaders in doing this, is reaching out to other ethnicities. He did not want to see groups fighting one another. You know, he was talking about we're all oppressed. You know, we need to come together to make that change. The rhetoric that we're seeing and hearing today, but differently being put. But this is what the Panther Party was pushing. But out of the Midwest, especially was so dangerous because he was succeeding in doing that.
Let me touch on that. I'm with you. I'm grabbing this coffee real quick. I'm with you.
Yes, sir. One of the things that we have to look at, you know, and those who are listening, you know, we want to thank Christina for joining us and Rose for joining us, and you know, and Sister Yvette is going to help answer questions that you have, you know, and it gives me a chance to say to you that this is being conversation with the Kato is being brought to you with some real conversation. And it's being brought because you have April Wells and Asha Morgan and individuals who believe in this struggle, in making a change. You know, these individuals volunteer their time. You know, Cortez volunteers his time. You know, individuals volunteer their time because of their commitment. But April and Asha, they've been backward, bent over backwards to make sure that this podcast takes place every Wednesday, you know, and then April beats us all up after the podcast, straightening us all out, you know, and telling us, you know, she does a real kind, chairman, that's April Wells, she's our producer, and she's real kind, but you know, she reminds you though, you know, a little bit of Kathleen Cleveland, you know, and you know, because she shoots straight forward.
Dig.
Know, and you sit up there shaking your head a little bit like she, you know, beating you. You know, she like in the art of war.
Dig.
You know, you don't even know you're bleeding until she's gone. You know?
So you're right.
Go ahead, brother. You when you were leaving.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You know. You talked about the Rainbow Coalition. And that's, you know, like so many other things is under attack. You know, I just had, you know, some recent discussions with some cats. You know, they were trying to, you know, some with good intent, some, you know, some not good intent. They were talking about this, you know, this thing, the Rainbow Rainbow Coalition, and it's really playing a game. You know, saying I think what Chairman Fred said, you know, a lot of folly in with these legacies, man. You know, but we the Black Panther Party Cubs, we still maintain the Rainbow Coalition to this day. It's concrete commitment. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was down in Standing Rock, North Dakota, with the indigenous community. You dig? And it's not just this simplistic dynamic of just coming together. The Rainbow Coalition wasn't this kumbaya. We all just chop it up and get together. You know. It was the dynamic of like let's go with the template. Let's go with the example in Standing Rock, North Dakota. There were certain forces that was not, you know, certain novice forces, certain new, you know, fresh cadre who were not able to go, who had to, you know, they wasn't politically equipped, you know, so to make this move. And we don't go down there with with some sort of romanticism either. You know, we have a history with certain comrades with the camp. It wasn't a reactionary move. The campaign of Free Mumia Abu-Jamal, Free Leonard Peltier, Free Orlando Wally. We have a history of organizing. Which indigenous community touched down with? Because mind you, there are some indigenous people who their only concept of black people is some of these damn rap videos. And some cats in the black community, their only concept of the indigenous community is a John Wayne movie. You know what I'm saying? So the deal, Chairman, who he took to which meet, you know what I'm saying? It was a, man, I'll tell you, ironically, we have this discussion. And this is a dynamic that's many people negate in regards to, you know what I'm saying, Chairman Fred's organizing. You know, they talk about when Chairman Fred was going to meet with the Blackstone Rangers, who he took with him, how he moved, how he role play. Hey, you want that door to close, that door to open, you know. And ironically, I just had an interesting a scenario with Jeff Forsey, Man Melissa's son, who just been released at 25 years, and it was kind of like deja vu. It was a scenario that just happened the other day. It was something, but the Rainbow Coalition again. That, like, you know, I'm going back and forth, interchangeably talking about the movie too. You know, different dynamics that you, like, even the struggles. I'm having the struggles we had, like, even when Chairman Fred walked into the venue where the Young Patriots were at. Preacher Man, who we dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Now, initially, it was like this light behind him, you know what I'm saying? And Chairman Fred looking up at him and said, whoa, 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 that can't happen. We also, we had, you know what I'm saying? And see, mind you, a lot of people's concept, they frame of reference, I sympathize with them. They, you know what I'm saying? They have never, they can't even relate to the Black Panther Party being the vanguard party. And that's not no egotistical thing. A lot of people have no, you know, it's like they situations, you know, the sun is in daytime, the moon at night, dog chase cat, cat chase mice, and white folks in charge. The Black Panther Party, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was utilizing the philosophical tool of dialectical materialism. You know what I'm saying? The whole dynamic of, you know what I'm saying, who, like that right now, I've been seeing them bring up certain individuals from different organizations say, this is supposed person, man, be for real. You know what I'm saying? And don't get engaged in some romanticism. Mind you, the Young Patriots, them cats was wearing Confederate flags in their jackets. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't twist this up. You know what I'm saying? And when to move, when to form. When Hannibal went through the Alps, he strategically would catch some of them cats, soon as Rome kicked their foot in their back. Soon as Rome he grab them. Chairman Fred said revolution is a scientific art that must be perfected. A lot of cats think you just can throw it, come out there, some song and dance, and we all come together. Nothing can be further from the truth, man. Nothing can be further from the truth.
That's true.
When I meet with these, we have a thing called the code of culture. We have a thing called the code of culture. What the mantra for that is too many of us insane from cats be talking about some bling bling. When I rap with these different entertainers, and we ain't coming like no groupies. I grab some of them, you know what I'm saying? When I catch them when they fighting the case or something. Study them. When to approach them, you know what I'm saying? Scientifically and organize it. You know what I'm saying? And that's also internally. It's not a blanket approach of everybody with the movement, they down for the revolution. No. Mm-mm.
That's right.
And one more thing, my brother, One thing also, let's not negate what we talking about too. Chicago. That race question, ain't no ducking and dodging it. Ain't no. See, a lot of places you can be liberal about it. So let's not talk about that. You want to what's that joker name that on the CNN dude, Roland Martin? Yeah. He say he ain't never in his life seen a place in his life that had a shopping area that was openly called Jewtown. He said he had never heard nothing like that until he came to Chicago. It's an upfront. And that's why what's the guy named the actor, the Empire, Jussie Smollett? Remember, that's why when he had the case, he said the white boys had a mask on. That's what people say, no, not Chicago. It's up there. Listen, it's up front. Ain't no mask on. That's what people say, oh no, they couldn't go for it. They tell you. What's the dude with the basketball, the one who owned the Clippers, who's on the Clippers, Donald Sterling. When the tape came out, he told to the lady, he told her about stop being around them niggas, Magic Johnson. Soon as I heard that tape, I said, he from Chicago. He said, no, Chairman, he owned the Clippers. I said, I don't care if he owned the New England Patriots. He from Chicago. It's how you know his accent, because it's the way he talk about the race course. I say, and they come out, him and Reinsdorf, who owned the board, all of them was buddy. It's an honesty. It forces. So that's a dynamic that also in Chicago, the Rainbow Quarter, let's be upfront what this is. It was the most segregated city in the country.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no vagueness of who you think you is and I don't know and blah, blah. It's a clarity. In certain parts of Chicago, I have not been in my life to this day. To this day.
Yeah, and you know, that's why it's called real conversation, because we don't sugarcoat, you know, about racism.
Man.
You know, we don't sugarcoat about sexism or revolution, and that we talk about the reality.
Reality.
Of the struggle.
Man.
You know, because one of the things that we have a problem with today is that we have allowed individuals to take the human rights out of the struggle and just talk about civil rights. You can't have civil rights without human rights.
Real talk.
You know, if they don't look at you as a human being, if they don't look at you as building your own power base, then you will always be oppressed. You will always be someone's lackey. You will always be working for somebody, because of the simple fact, we have to grow men and women. You know, we have to grow brothers and sisters to make that change. We no longer can afford it. That's what the Panther Party did. The Panther Party took young individuals, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and made men and women out of us.
So you're right.
They took and said,
So you're right.
no, you got to own your own.
So you're right.
You got to stand on your own. You know, nobody, you know, would allow that. I mean, you know, if, you know, the Panther Party today, you know, just like now, brother, you know, I just turned 71 years old, man.
Oh,
You
man.
know, and
I can't tell.
everything that I do, everyone I talk to, everyone that I work with comes from my, you know, my base from the Black Panther Party.
Man, you, hey,
Because that was my family. That's
Hey.
who raised me.
you know, hey, bro. First of all, let me say this. You don't look no 71, but I'm gonna say this too, though. I was in Baltimore one time, and so we talking. So the sister in the party, she was in the Black Panther Party. She said, "Let me talk to you for a minute." She took me downstairs. She said, "Listen." She said, "I heard how you be getting out." She said, "You serious about it?" She said, she opened up this little closet. She said, had all the party books, literature. She said, "This impacts me to this day. How I deal with my relationship, my business, the whole dynamic. See, man, it's in you. It's man. I be talking to some cat. I say, damn, I hate this. You know what I'm saying? I use this. Tupac say one of his songs. My own mama say I'm thugged out. I say shit. My own mama say I'm cubbed out. I say I don't even be cognizant of it. One time, about I guess more than 20 years ago, because that movie New Jack City had just come out.
Yes, sir.
So sister and brother named Poncho, they probably on security for me. So the sister say, ain't nobody gonna be going to movies with the chairman. So I overhear him saying this. She say, they said, why? She say, who gonna go to security with him? Don't nobody want say who would go to a movie with the chairman knowing he gonna be talking, you know what I'm saying, all the time, the politics in the movie, you know what I'm saying? So I come in, I said, listen. I don't know what kind of bag y'all got on me. Let's come on, we're going to the movie thing. So we get to the movie New Jack City over I never forget, over the Hyde Park Theater. Soon the movie come on, I'm watching. I said, oh hell no. I said, ain't no 17-year-old dude no creating no crack, man. They said, I told you. So we leave that night. And we ride past 47 in Indiana. They said the big old building, the drug trade was heavy over there. The guys run out the building. They said they raided the New Jack City building. I look at her. She said, man, I said everything political. It's a blessing and a burden. I got this poem I did called "Is Ignorance Abyss." Sometimes I wish I didn't know. You know, I think about when Field Marshal George Jackson told his sister one time, she brought somebody to visit him, and he said, man, I hate talking sometimes to people, you know what I'm saying? And you wonder, like, if I just turn it off, but then again, you appreciate it later on, you know what I'm saying? I listen to some of these reactionary summations, and what cats come to, I say, man, I'm thankful for the politics. I am so, you pay a price for it. You pay. It's a lonely. What Garvey say? Seldom is a road. Travel to freedom. Basically, like it's a seldom. It's a lonely road too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, you know, you got, you know, Tupac said, man, he try to hold fast. He said, me and my big mouth. Tupac, you know, he go, you know, that DNA, that diehard DNA. You know what I'm saying? And like Mother Comrade Akua say, Pac needed organization, and organization needed Pac. You know what I'm saying? He needed this. You know what I'm saying? I was asked yesterday, what you think about you and Pac would have connected? I said, you know, we indirectly linked up when I was in jail, but I said, I look at my paws on him. I say, man, listen, how they say it been hell to tell the captain, it'd have been hell to tell the capitalist. You know what I'm saying? It's been on and popping. You know, you talking about a cat that I said, you got to point out in Atlanta, he didn't know them cats. Them pigs rolled on the young cat. He blew down on them pigs. He didn't know them. He didn't know them dudes from a can of paint. And that's what people, the party, that sacrifice. Like a lot of people talk, a lot of people fight and they stand up. I said, did this here. A lot of black folks, we had to suffice for a week, and this is no disrespect on the Trail Sprewell. What we call the Sprewell effect. The Sprewell effect is when he played for New York Knicks. The white coach disrespecting him, he checked him. About disrespecting who? Him. It's a different dynamic. It's a different feeling to know a song and stand up for you. The Panther Party, you come in, ain't no, you got to sign this here to prove your mom and daddy married. You hungry? That's the criteria. That's it. To serve the people.
That's right.
One time I was doing this, we had a case, Daryl Hamilton, shot December 2nd, 16 times, 2002. And mind you, I just come out from 9 years, September 14, 2001. They shot him 16 times. So we out there moving on the case, 71st and up. Matter of fact, the street he got shot on and killed by the police was Emmett Till Road. That's the name of it. So we protesting. This lady for the Chicago Sun-Times, she kept on reporting his name is Daryl Hampton. So we had a press conference one day, we doing some protests against Mayor Daley. So I recognized the news lady. So we tied in. I said, let me explain to you why you keep saying that his name is Hampton. First it blew her wig, I knew who she was. So all the reporters, they're around. I said, it's not a typo. It's political. It's what do you mean? You can't even reference. You can't relate that he's not related to me. You can't fathom that. His name is Hamilton. I don't know him from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? See, Mother Comrade was every August 3rd and every December 4th, she gives a blowback blow. What happened December 4th? You know what I'm saying? And I say, I'm so glad you're there. Had she went to the bathroom for 2 seconds, oh man, them white people, them white left, them white, they took some white out and whited out of history. Say, man, she held the line. She was explaining the whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying? This lady exposed how they put Seconal knockout drug inside the Kool-Aid of Chairman Fred the night prior. When she covered down over Chairman Fred. Another brother, when he repeated it, he right there. Now you can't say because she talk because she don't talk fast like me and Big Champ, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, well, Champ, you be talking too fast. She very clearly that she covered down over our chairman. The brother, he kept saying the chairman covered over her. He couldn't even reference. You know what I'm saying? See, it's like in Latin America. The Sandinistas, when they were cut, the ruling class, the imperial, the Contras, and the ruling class, they missed the fact that the women in they had the guns in their purses. As soon as the Contras come, the men would grab the gun because they think they subjective on the women. Them women.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they frame of reference can't even relate to it. You can't. What you mean? When they put the wiretap on this house right here, when he was 12, 13, 14 years old, after Fred Hampton, not Chairman Fred, when Fred Hampton to the junior NAACP for 7,300 members in a 7-month time period. When the FBI said put a wiretap on the telephone, they was in Washington, D.C. Bureau saying it got to be a typo. He can't be that young.
Yeah.
It defies logic. But also you have to put in context the time we're talking about too. You had the draft. You know what I'm saying? They tell you gonna draft, you're gonna lock you up, you gonna fight. You had to learn quick. All this breastfeeding baby, so that's my baby. Man, it's like you look on the Animal Channel, National Geographic. Them antelopes that had them babies, within 30 seconds, they gotta stop, drop, and move. 30 seconds. Soon as that ain't no, that's my baby, and they only got one tit for that one baby. That one time one of them had a baby, the antelope, and just so happened a lion had lost his cubs. So that motherly instinct was there. So the lions come, the antelope, she moving. The antelope baby drop. It goes to another antelope. And its first, the other antelope said, I got my own baby I got to feed. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So this antelope, its first experience with its own kind was a bad experience. And all children are subjective. All children. I know some people say, no, not my baby. Yeah, all children. Limited no experiences. So the antelope, the lion come over there, the lion lick it. Because the lion has opened the foot because he just lost her cubs. So it's the timing. So now you get a confused antelope, a baby. Later on, they connect with the other antelopes, and the lion's coming to get him. This antelope runs back towards him, thinking this is his family. The baby unload. He's so confused. So the other lions, they like, damn, this is a Uber Eats. The food is coming to us. We ain't never seen no food. We ain't seen nothing like this. This Uber Eats, the food. This goofy coming to us.
Yes, sir.
In our community. We have to come to grips with that, man. We have to come to grips with that, man. You got some of these jokes who, man, I don't care how dark they is, I don't care what type of slang, they not connected to us. I don't care what type of green juice you give them, I don't care what type of bean bags you give them, or what type of books you read to, they not connected to us, man.
That's right. That's so true. Why you in space? I'm glad so we can segue. You know, before you got to get out of here. But brother, you know, one of the things that I know I bet Muhammad typed in and she reminded us. You know, like in Des Moines, when we started the free breakfast program here, there was none. You know, we fed close to anywhere from 250 to 300 kids every morning.
So you're right.
You know, just you know, so they have a breakfast going to school. And you know, one of the things that happened with that was that the school system, because of the powers to be in others, they said, well, the Panthers are teaching the kids hate. We weren't teaching kids hate. We were teaching the children, you know, how to be self-sufficient. We wanted to show that we could take care of our own babies. And the thing that was so criminal with that, when that switched over, you know, because one of the philosophies of the Panther Party was to start program and then turn that over to the community, you know, and let the community take it from there. So we could continue starting program. But, you know, Brother Hampton, one of the things that happened, that when they started offering the food in the school, you know, man, brother, we were cooking eggs, waffles, French toast.
Come on with it.
You know, we were giving them some breakfast. When they start going to the school, they start giving some old little donut, you know, some little bagel, you know, with a carton full of milk, you know, because they didn't understand. You know, they wanted to keep, like you said, you know, basically, they wanted the children to go there, you know, and thinking that they were connected with individuals that weren't going to feed them. You know, they're a whole different nature because they didn't do it out of need and love like we were doing it. You know, they did it because of counter what the Panther Party was doing. You know, and so what happened is one of the churches, you know, Trinity Methodist Church took over the program, you know, and still continue with the Panthers, and we helped, and then we backed out, and to date, in fact, it was last year, they celebrated the 50th anniversary of the free breakfast program. You know,
right on.
Year.
Right on. Long live legacy.
Yes, sir. And carrying that legacy on.
Right on.
I tell that story because
right on. Clinch fist salute.
Look at the legacy.
Yeah.
I really don't want people to take that lightly.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Because we're carrying on a legacy.
So you're right.
You know, others in this
so you're right.
party with Panthers are carrying on a legacy.
So you're right. So you're right.
In a time that to me, you know, and that's why my question to you, in a time to me, you know, that is worse now than it was when in 69. Because in 69, we knew who the enemy was. In 2021, people don't know who the enemy is. You know, and so they get hoodwinked and bamboozled, you know, with the enemy. And we end up against fighting each other, fighting our allies, fighting, you know, and getting caught up, you know, being, you know, well, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, you know. And, you know, that's and we get caught up with rhetoric that the enemy wants us to believe rather than what we were able to fight in 69 and on, you know, because we knew who the enemy was.
Yeah.
You know, and they were clear who they were.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Now we divided because of presidents. You know, presidents talking about let's make America great again, or, you know, talking about patriotism, let's make it. No, you know, they even being hoodwinked and bamboozled. They don't know who they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm a preface with a couple of quotes.
Yes, sir.
Malcolm X, El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz has said the collective consciousness of the people ticks slowly, but it erupts with a volcanic force that'll make Mount St. Helens look like nothing. Lenin, another quote, Lenin, Russian Revolution. Lenin said, what takes people 20 years to learn in ordinary times, they can learn in 2 years in revolutionary times. Let's be clear on the 60s. Let's be clear on the 60s. Let's be clear. Let's put this for context. There was a climate where cats were saying terms like, act your age, not your color. I wear my hair fried, dyed, laid to the side. There was a climate when Kennedy was, everybody looked like Great White Hope. The same Kennedy who authorized his brother was Attorney General, who authorized the wiretap on Dr. King.
That's right.
The same Kennedy that was under his tenure, assassination attempt after assassination attempt on Comandante Fidel Castro, including the Bay of Pigs. The same Kennedy, when Army tanks got them come through Southside Chicago, Detroit, Michigan, but it was a class piece. Nixon come pull them covers off. You feel what I'm saying? And so it forces, people get involved in struggle, become conscious one of three ways: inspiration, aspiration, or desperation. We hold the line. We hold the line. You coming up, see, when Trump, you had a, now I ain't no Trump advocate, but you had a certain reactionary, atmosphere with Kessler. It was Kessler. He helped make it clear. See, you remember when Trump was in Puerto Rico? He threw them paper towels. He said, "Listen, all y'all niggas to me." He throwing paper towels. He said, "Man, if you say, well, I got pulled over because I didn't have my degree," no, he said, "You black." It was a clarity. You gotta climb it now. Well, this Biden, this dynamic, it ain't as Machiavellian as at Obama. You know what I'm saying? It's a different dynamic where you can't sell that post-racial society. You gotta climb it. Go check out these. Look at the discussions on social media now. Cats is openly saying that they informants, and I do think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. We say heighten the on the movie said Jews and Black Messiah wants to heighten the contradictions. Daniel Kaluuya said, "Chairman, you always say that." I said, "Yeah." See, heighten the contradictions. As the Minister of Health, Ronald Doc Satchel, had paraphrased Chairman Mao Zedong, said, Black Panther Party not talking about overthrowing this system. We talking about heightening the contradictions so the people themselves can see the injustices. You feel what I'm saying? And you heighten the contradictions, and why a lot of people don't want to heighten the contradictions? Why they against that? It's like throwing up. Because you want to say, damn, I ate that? I believe that? I went along with this organization? See, I believe you had to question yourself too. And it's some sticky stuff that's going to come up that you align with that. You know what I'm saying? Heighten the contradictions. You see, and a lot of cats come and see, you go look on social media. It's a wave now. Cats saying they're informants, they're agent provocateurs. You got, look at them, what they call them housewives reality shows. Them women telling you point blank, they with this dude for money. Ain't no front no more. You know what I'm saying? You heighten the, and I be saying, no, that's not bad. Now, heighten the content, it's in them. See, you put that Panther politics on that soap, that pus come up out of them. But you got to be able to deal with who, not only this is, who you are. See, under a class piece, in a sorority or a church or a closed environment, a school, or the streets, you might be a get down cat. You might be, when you heighten the out of that bubble with the state. See, a lot of people talk about situations without the state even acknowledging involvement in it. You know what I'm saying? You start saying, where your definition of beauty come from? Why you like that music? What type of drugs when you pushing it? Who gave it? Go look. They got a case. It's a big case. I don't know. They going right in Atlanta about this YSL, the guy Young Thug. It's a big thing on YouTube. Go type in the video when Leah Cohen talking to him. Pull it up. See, a lot of people want to play with the stop the black on black crime. The rappers saying this. No, start talking about this Clear Channel. Start talking about the string pullers. You know what I'm saying? Chicago. The kid. Talk about why the movie El Chapo could not be played in Chicago under Rahm Emanuel. Why you never hear the media say the word cartel in Chicago? Why they can say this story about they telling you that this dude El Chapo and escaped about a person? Man, you go for that. You believe but that's I see why they tell us that Santa Claus story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is what it's all about, real conversations with the Caleb. You know, and we have Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. on, you know, who has an event. Chairman, we're getting ready to close out our time. Tell us about the 30th.
August 30th, Tuesday. August 30th, y'all. Heads up, eyes up. Man, it's going down. 12 o'clock, ground zero, 2337 West Chairman Fred Hampton Way. Be there. It's going down. August 30th. Mother Conrad gonna be there. Hey, we moving from there. We coming to we going to the wall. The wall of Madison, California, the big mural. Then we come to the historical Hampton House, 3 o'clock. Then we going down to the Chairman Fred Aquatic Center. You know what I'm saying? We got some special guests. Chico Beanpole's been hosting. Let me know if he called in, Mr. Conrad. We got some updates on him. We're gonna work this out though, y'all. We got another brother who's gonna take it up, going out. We got a whole host of different art, man. Hey, man, Jay Ivy, Shauna, Mia X, Tori Torre, Butter the Prince, man, GSO Fat, Tower, K Love, Third Eye, Jay Brown, Cowboy Boss, Daniel Swift, Soap Body, Savage Family, man, Juggernaut War Party, Uncle Beats, and man, got a little sister, my guy Marcus, his daughter, later she gonna be getting that, man, hey, it's gonna be going down, man. You gonna hit a chance lonely at 12 o'clock. For every penitentiary, every concentration camp, fist in the air. Long live Chairman Fred.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother, I'm telling you, this has been exciting, and you know what? We don't want this to be the last time.
No. You might not get this. You might not get this energy. I mean, see, I'm so crazy. Listen, I look at this birthday. Hey, see, my birthday is December 29th. We had a people's ball. It's people. I'll get more excited on Chairman Fred's birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, in the words of Chairman Fred, I don't mean, hey, man, it's a bad motherfucker, man. So I'm just so charged to you know what I'm saying, to be a part of this here, man. I don't know what to say. Hey, I don't know what they gonna tell you. Why you know what I'm saying? August 30th, man. Listen, hey, man, we gonna show up and show out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we have to be able to do.
That's a hood holiday.
If we don't tell our story, who will?
So you're right.
You know, if we don't do it, who will?
So you're right.
But brother, the other thing, two things.
Yeah.
One is that we're gonna work on, you know, after you're done with the 30th, we're gonna work on a program to bring you here to Des Moines.
I look forward to it.
Yes, sir. And two, brother, I want to pledge to you, you know, $500.
Oh man.
You know,
Yes.
brother, for the call.
Right on.
Yeah.
Respect. Right on.
You know, to you,
Yes.
brother, to show my love.
Right on.
You know, and you
Thank
know,
you.
so you got, you know, we'll get April's going to, you know, get your address and
Yes.
stuff, so we can get that to you.
Right on.
You know, but we want to get that to you, my brother, so that we
Thank
can
you.
continue on this struggle.
Yes, indeed.
Because if we don't work with each other and support one another,
So you're right.
you know, then we can't say power to the people.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
And that's what we have to be able to do. If we can't uplift one another,
No.
then we can't say power to the people.
We appreciate it,
You know,
brother. Real.
if
Right on.
we get on, what is that? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and everything else, and we talk negative about one another, we can't say power to the people.
Dig it.
You know?
Yeah.
And we have to be able to say power to the people, meaning one of the things that my brother, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, said to me, we were having dinner
Yeah.
in Kansas City with a group of people. I don't want people to say, oh, KO had a private dinner. No, it wasn't a private dinner.
Yeah.
I was with everybody else. You know?
Yeah.
There were several sitting around the table.
Yeah.
But that brother looked at me and put his hand on my arm, and he said, brother, we have to love our people more than they hate themselves.
Dig that.
And that stuck with me
Yeah.
all these years.
Dig.
I've never forgotten that. And if we don't reach out and help our
Yeah.
brothers and sisters
Yeah.
who have issues themselves, if we have issues,
Yeah.
then we can't say power to the people.
So you're right.
Brother Fred, love you.
Love you.
Love you with you. Can't be with you on the 30th. money.
Oh, you.
So but inshallah, God willing, I'll be with you on your birthday.
I look forward to it. I look forward to getting that way, brother. Right on. Love and respect. Revolutionary love, respect, and appreciation, man. Again, man, we commend you. We appreciate you for your contributions. We say the Black Panther Party cuz to the Black Panther Party. Hey, y'all a tough act to follow, but we try our best to not walk in y'all, not only in y'all footsteps, but y'all Panther Paw steps.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
That was listening, what you heard was history. The people that joined in, thank you for joining in. A special thank you to April Wells, Pasha Morgan, Ivel Muhammad, Cortez, all the brothers and sisters who believe. Everyone who's listening now is in this voice that heard Chairman Fred Hampton, that has been with us on every podcast. We thank you, because together we can do it. And as we close out each time, remember, the struggle is real. We can and must win. Peace, love, and much respect.
Much respect. Power to the people. Right on. Yes, indeed. Right on. We still okay. Whoa, I got a few more minutes on this one, man, brother. I'm gonna text our information. I appreciate it, man. Whatever support people can, man. Chairman Fred Jr., Chairman Fred Jr. at Gmail via PayPal. We appreciate it. A phenomenal interview. We still riding. As Chairman Fred said, half the people too proletarian, revolutionary, intoxicated to be astronomically intimidated. We just had a phenomenal sit down with our people, our brother, man. He put it in Des Moines, Iowa. Man, it cannot be wiped off the map. He brought some names up who brought back some memories with me. Real talk, some names, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I can't tell me times Dr. Nostin, man, it came through for me. I'm having flashbacks from man. You know what, man? I love that brother, man. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
You know that brother, man. That brother brought so much knowledge. And,
Man.
you know,
Yeah.
He was like my blood, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's a no.
Man,
Yeah.
You know, I performed his wedding, man.
Wow. Right on.
I performed his wedding, and when he passed, his wife, the Quran that I had given him, his wife brought back to me and gave me that Quran, man.
Oh.
And said she couldn't give it or put it anywhere but back in the hand.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. I love that brother.
I love Dr. Knight, man. I love that brother too, man. Yes, indeed, man. We linked up, man. Yes, I'm gonna get a couple of these callers in on this line, because I think we to 8:30. But brother, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we gonna do some more moves. And man, thank you, brother. Love and respect.
Thank you,
Yes,
brother.
indeed. Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
power
Power to
to the people.
the people.
Hey, brother, and if you ever need us to roll,
Yes.
we're with you, brother.
Show you right. Show you right.
Chicago house giving Joe.
Hey. And the sentiments are reciprocal.
Yes,
The
sir.
sentiments are reciprocal.
All right, my brother.
I'm a brother. Power to the people, brother, man.
Much respect.
And that right on. I know we come on the same time, but we're gonna start sharing y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all program and vice versa, man. Yeah. Yes indeed. So I'm gonna see the flyer too, so get the flyer out. Yes, sir. Right on. Power to the people. Right on, y'all. We locked and loaded, y'all. Yes indeed. And I'm gonna say get a few Instagram in. I know we got a few more minutes, y'all. Where we at? Okay. I don't know how much longer we got. Okay. Okay, is this, oh, come on now. I went on Instagram at first. What is this? Damn technology. Why the damn thing ain't showing? What is damn technology? Man, take it back to the days of 2 cans and a string. This damn thing ain't. I'm gonna block the damn. Why am I not Okay, y'all. I'm experiencing. Let me try one second. Okay, 1 second. Let me know we got. Okay, we can bring the call. I know Chico Post called in too. We got about 15 more minutes. Okay, bring. 1 second. Okay, I'm still on. Okay, I'm still on Blog Talk. All right. Oh man, Bring a call in. The mother's gonna be upset with me. The mothers who gave me my, let me get my coffee cup, y'all. Mother gave me my coffee cup. Stop telling me, okay. Sister Conway, bring your call in.
Free them all, Brother Tim. We got Dan Cohen on the line.
Okay. I know we got a few callers in deck, so you had another call in earlier, so let's, if y'all callers forgive us, we're gonna kind of like go 5 minutes. So welcome to Freedom Radio.
Well, the brothers that were on earlier, Chairman had to leave. He had to get his children. He said he's going to call back.
Okay. So any other callers still on this? Now?
Yes, we have Dan Cohen on the line.
Okay, welcome to Freedom Radio.
Hey, Chairman, good to be with you. I know we've been trying to connect, and I just to explain a little bit about myself, so the listeners know who I am. I'm a journalist. I live in Washington, D.C. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. I've worked in an outlet called Press News, generally focused on anti-imperialism, anti-war, kind of debunking war propaganda, mostly, foreign policy related. So lately I've been doing work surrounding COVID and some of this stuff. But I wanted to ask you, get your opinion, your take on the recent kind of development among the political right wing and the so-called populist right, the so-called Make America Great Again movement, if we can call it that, however you want to define it, but I think everyone knows what I'm referring to, where we recently saw the FBI raid Trump's residence in Mar-a-Lago. What I think is really shaky ground. They claimed that Trump, that they were looking for documents related to nuclear secrets, but of course there's no evidence. So it seems to me that they were, kind of looking for Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass destruction in Trump's residence because they don't want him to run. They want to politically destroy him, and that has led to calls to defund the FBI from some of the so-called populist right-wing figures. I'm talking about the Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene in particular, and there are a few others who are, from that kind of branch of the right wing. Now, I want to say, these people had nothing to say when the African Socialist Party was raided by the FBI about 2 weeks before, the Uhuru movement, I believe it's called. I don't believe they've ever had any real criticism of the FBI prior to the Trump era, we could say. But now, it's, I think, kind of remarkable to see the elements of the right wing that are putting themselves in kind of dissident positions, and it's kind of, it's very strange. So I wanted to get your opinion on, what you think of this. Is there any potential with these kinds of people, or is it something that is to be totally dismissed?
Thank you for calling in. I look forward to our interview. It's Dan Cohen. I don't know if everyone heard. I know I got this little rinky-dink air conditioning that's kind of in the background, so I don't know if everyone heard. But let me know if y'all. I'm kind of paraphrase. I'm gonna answer. Also include the question. Like in regards to discussions and positions being taken by many of the the white politicians in particular. I think you said the Republican Party in particular, also about even questioning the power of law enforcement agencies, in particular the FBI, in response to the raid on Mar-a-Lago, Trump's home, and you were drawing a contrast in regards to African People's Socialist Party, and around 2 weeks ago, them being raided, and but I want to put in and other dynamics, other situations with basically black people. Historically, even we talking about to this day, how people even the response you still have in regards to Nazi Germany, the gas chambers, it's hard to look for the response or hear the response in response with Adolf, the Führer of Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler, also Mussolini, the attacks on African people, which was I think the term they used. It was under the auspices of the Africa Corps, and then when the contradictions occurred with the white community, in fact, that's the definition. The term genocide became a word. And you can fast forward, case after case. Comedic genius Richard Pryor, who was heavily impacted by the Black Panther Party, he said in a comedic way, but it was pregnant with so much political potential. He said, white people will ride through the black neighborhoods, and they'll see black people out there with needles in their arms, drug residue over their nostrils, and they'll say that's a shame. And however, go home to their home and their sons and daughters will come on the front porch with a can of Budweiser beer, and they say, "Oh my God, it's epidemic." We can look at situations even now, with people, the response people refer to is the opium addiction, and how it's even the response through the media, the judicial system, and you know what I'm saying. And the sad thing, and I tell you, those countries have to be hyped to the point that people say it's happening to the white community. People relate and say this is an issue, and sometimes we have to similar to and this is humbling to say the black community has to suffice or the chitlins or grab where they can grab it, and so in fact one of our major campaigns, the AAT bill, the Black Panther Party, authored by the Black Panther Party Cubs, the African Anti-Terrorism Bill. You go back and trace when it was authored. We authored it shortly after September 11, 2001. Because the discussion of terrorism, it became a discussion. So we seized the time to let's have the discussion. So because one of the things about being oppressed, one of the humbling things is there are no perfect allies. You have to work what you got to work with the time. So you have to be able to grab certain information. And you see, you mentioned even with Donald Trump during the election, with Trump and Hillary Clinton in particular. That was information that was coming out. You can go back and listen to Trump quotes. Trump himself said the system is rigged. So this is what like doing the American Revolution, North against the South. Prior to that, when the colonies, the 13 colonies fighting against the crown, fighting against England. Look at the terms they were talking about: taxation without representation. In fact, they say one of those enslaved on the plantation overheard Patrick Henry say, "Give me liberty, give me death." And he said, "Man, that sounds like some good. I can dig that." You know what I'm saying? To relate to that. Then you fast forward with the American Revolution, when the battle's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So even though you look at some of the discussions, even some in the weaponry, they had to grab. But grab the information when you can get it, and that's a sad reality. So again, historically, when stuff, in fact, it was one of the sayings, or axioms, Nazi Germany said, they came for the homeless, I said nothing. They came for the gypsies, I said nothing. They came for this community, I said nothing. Then they came for me, it was too late. And we look at historically, when different attacks, whether in fact. It was criticism raised, back, the weathermen, SDS, to even the response in Kent State, 1971, as opposed to the lack of response to December 4th, 1969, when Chairman Freddie and Lamar Clark were assassinated. And these are contradictions that exist not only in the Republican Party, Democratic Party, the ruling class, but in many progressive arenas. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, the crime. Yesterday, they got video footage. They in north side of Chicago. They're talking about they're saying you can see the arrogance. It's a crime problem in Chicago now. They have white people being robbed. When those children, when it spills over to downtown Chicago, they say it's a problem. This is negated. I mean, this is in the city of Chicago, which is infamously referred to as Chirac. When Inglewood, North Lawndale alone, on a daily basis, it's 25 people getting dropped, took out. I'm talking on a daily basis. But what happens, you know what I'm saying? But now there's certain events, the Lollapalooza, you know what I'm saying? So, well, we can't have no crime. And it's psychic to the point that it becomes normalized, you know what I'm saying? But we had to seize the time when those discussions say, okay, you say this is wrong, and it's similar to how we do the African Anti-Terrorism Bill. Say, if this is terrorism, to say a person, you know what I'm saying, that there are Geneva Convention rules, how prisoners are supposed to be treated. Let's go to Cook County Jail. Let's talk about having the Nicholas Lee in Cook County Jail. Let's talk about Al Tariq Pleasant last week. Let's talk about Dion Lee 2 days ago, Cook County Jail, largest county jail in the country. You know what I'm saying? Let's correlate. Let's correlate. You know what I'm saying? If you can see that these issues, these contradictions, hold that definition. Don't go nowhere. Hold that definition. Hold that and say this rage should not be out, and connect it. Seize the time and draw it. You know what I'm saying? Because people's political pores are open, their ears are open, their eyes are open, their hearts, and sometimes their pockets are open. Say, okay, now we got to stop this atrocity. Okay, man, that you have the opportunity to take it from the OVs, not the OGs, but the OVs, the original victims of terrorism. We live in that record Freedom on Radio, y'all. 827. I hope I answered the question. I think we down to 3 minutes, but I'm open for another question too, and callers too. And I want to definitely put out August 30th again. We're gonna be Tuesday morning. I'm gonna be going live with Carl Nelson. Yes, indeed. But I don't open up for any. I don't know if you had another question, Dan Corn. I'm open. Or any other callers. I'm open.
Yeah. No, I don't want to.
One second.
I don't want to monopolize. You know,
I got you.
Other callers.
Right on. We down to 3 minutes, y'all. We down 3 minutes. Down 3 minutes. Right on. Okay, so that'll mean that 3 more minutes, and then we tune in. August 30th. I gotta get that drop out there again. Repost the flyer. Whatever support you can. Man, Chairman Fred Jr. at gmail.com via PayPal. Cash App, say the half of that. Put the word out, y'all. We live and direct. Bring it on, Sister Comrade. We down to 3 minutes. 2
We
minutes.
have Sister Alicia Priester on the line. Freedom on.
Welcome to Freedom on Radio.
Good evening, Chairman, sir. How is it this evening?
Good evening, sister. How you feel? Welcome to Freedom on Radio. You gotta talk like Chairman Fred. You gotta talk real fast like Chairman Fred.
Yes, sir. I'm just calling to bring awareness for my husband, Johnny Ray Priester.
Okay.
He is a political prisoner housed in Lawrence Correctional Facility in Sumner, Illinois. He was wrongfully convicted in 2012. Spent 6 years in the Sangamon County Jail in Springfield before he even got a trial. Okay, there were so many discrepancies in his case that they wanted to keep under the rug. I'm telling you, it was lack of evidence, and there's really none evidence in his case at all. You know, ineffective counsel, misidentification, where a so-called eyewitness identified another person who actually testified in the trial against him to a T, but they overlooked it and swept it under the rug. Okay, he's still fighting for his freedom as we speak. His case was up for the Illinois Supreme Court, but they chose not to even look at it. They just threw it out. They chose not to even review it. You know.
Have you?
No, just nothing at all.
Have all? Where we at legally? Legally, everything been exhausted? Where you at legally? Where we at legally with it? Is any?
Legally, we still need help legally.
Okay.
We're still in the courts right now.
Okay.
And the same people that we have to go up against before, we're going up against them again. It's still open and it's still going on.
Give us some contact for you. We need some social media contact, email contact. Give us that. Also, if you can get up here August 30th, there's gonna be a lot of people up here networking to get this out. But give us the contact where people can contact, and also any pending dates that's coming up. Like any people can't come down to the court, and also if you can, with the one prisoner, one contact. I know I'm giving you a lot of stuff to do. I'm talking fast as I usually do, but give us a contact for him also with the one prisoner, one contact. So give us some outside contact, and any pressing dates, and a contact where he'll captivate. Where is he at now? Where is he at?
He's in Lawrence Correctional Facility in Sumter,
He was in Menard for
Yes.
he was in Menard before this, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
he was.
we got a lot of issues. Yeah, we doing a lot of stuff about Menard right now.
For a little bit.
Yeah, we doing.
Yeah, and then they moved up to Lawrence.
Yeah, we got a lot of people talking. We got a lot of issues. Yeah, Menard, that hellhole. We got a lot of stuff about that hell. But give us them three things, sister, if you can.
Yes, sir. If you want to get a hold of him, personally contact him. And on the Connect Network, the GTL, his number is hashtag K50928, and that's Connect Network on GTL.
Hold on. Somebody retype that for me on social media. Y'all say one more time, sister. Say one more time. You there?
Connect Network GTL. His number is K50928. And his name is Johnny Ray Priester, Priester. And we do have a change.org petition with his name, Johnny Ray Priester, that we need as many signatures as possible.
They go to change.org. Change.org. Johnny Ray, spell Priester, spell the last name.
Priester, Priester. Johnny Ray Priester.
Change.org. They got a petition going on. Johnny Ray Priester. Stream y'all hear that? Facebook, y'all hear that? Instagram, y'all hear that? Change.org.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Ray Priester. Also, there's a I'm horrible with this technology. Say that what is that? A QR? What did you say? Or what? What else? You said something else before that. You said a QR code. What did you say? You said something. Before the change, you said something else before the change.org.
Change.org.
No, it was something else you mentioned before. Something else
Change.org.
No, sister. It was something you said. You said something like something you said before that, like a code or something, a QR, something you said, a link or something you just said before.
His number,
All right, okay, his number. Okay. K.
His number is hashtag K50928.
05 K5 K.
And we also do, yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, sister.
K50928.
Right on. Okay. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. You said something else.
Okay. Yeah, one more thing. We do have a Twitter account, and that's at Alicia, and that's ALECHA0228, and that's for his campaign as well.
One more time.
It's at Alicia, ALECHA0228.
Okay, y'all heard that. And you know what?
And there's also links to the change.org on there as well.
If y'all missing this, repost this and play it back. Repost this and mark down. So if you say something I missed in the program, mark the minute when she somebody say I didn't catch that. Repost this, save it, tag somebody with it, repost it. And if you can't be here Tuesday, sister, right on. Well, if you can't be here Tuesday, see if you can contact somebody else. Make sure it's gonna be a lot of networking going on. So somebody in Chicago puts the case out here, though. Yeah.
Sir.
Right on.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Well, we here every Wednesday. And, matter of fact, you can call back. Tuesday morning, I'm be on Carl Nelson show. So, subscribe to my page, Chairman Fred Jr., Chairman Fred Jr. on YouTube, and tune in every week. Subscribe to that. And I think it gives you an alert when I'm coming on. So I'm doing the Tuesday Carl Nelson show. I'm doing a whole. I'm welcoming all interviews. I'm going full force. I got a ton of coffee, and I got my Chairman Fred cup, the Mothers of Police Terrorism they gave me, and we're going nonstop. So hit that, subscribe to Chairman Fred Jr. Whatever his program I'm on, feel free to tap in and get it in. All right?
Yes, sir. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. So anytime, anywhere. Y'all, we live in direct another episode of Freedom Radio, locked and loaded, y'all. Hosted by yours truly, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and Robin Allen, a.k.a. the Lady of Rage. Man, any more callers in queue for knock us out of here? I know we're over. Any more callers in queue?
Three more for the chairman. No other callers in queue, sir.
All right, y'all. We on 8. Y'all know how a lot of y'all youngsters, Christmas Eve, y'all be staying up, don't want to go to bed. All right, now we coming up on the eve of Chairman Fred's birthday, y'all. Get your clothes out, like your first day of school. Get your black and light blue together. Go on down there and get your clothes. The black and light, get them together. Yeah, get yourself together now. Go and get hooked up. It's good, man. You get your outfit. You know weather finna change in a minute. Go and get sharp. August 30th. You know what I'm saying, man? It's going down for Chairman Fred's birthday. Get your thoughts together. What you want to put out there, you know what I'm saying? Man, you never, what case we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And get your, if you wear 2X, get your 3X. We're gonna have shirts for sale too though. Get your 3X, cause when you get there, you won't stick your chest out. All that now, when you had your back turned though, you gonna stand straight up with some pride. On a hood holiday, you coming to celebrate a bad motherfucker. Long live Chairman Fred. Take us out, Sister Comrade.
Muted. I'm the deputy chairman of the state of Illinois Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton.
Talk to him,
And a
Chairman.
lot of people don't understand the Black Panther Party relationship with white mother country radicals. A lot of people don't even understand that words they're used a lot. But what we're saying is there are white
September
people
3rd,
in the mother country
I'm in Oakland, California.
that are for the same type
Sister
of
Hollywood next, and we in the building. San Quinn, celebrating our sister's birthday. It's going down, September 3rd. Continental Club. It's going down.
We're not a racist organization because we understand that
Racism used capitalism.
Everything will be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people. So we're going to have to put it back in the hands.
The interstate, Illinois, be involved or around the revolution.
We're going to have to do more than y'all.
And do more than listen. Y'all get rid of August 30th, man. Long live Chairman Fred. Hashtag that. Run it. Long live Chairman Fred.
We got to start making mistakes. We learn to make mistakes. We got to start getting out there with the people. A lot of times we think we're better. That's the info. That's criminal. Thank you, better than people. We got to get together and learn where it's at. It's going to take a lot of hard work. That's what computer is something else. You ought to get on. Every sister in this house. I'm saying every sister is out to get yourselves together and come on down. I mean, what's the children program? Y'all should come down and help feed the children in the morning. We have breakfast for children because we teach the people. Through friendship, through optimism, and participation. That people can be feel free. That's simple things. Socialism is a people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. We know they have our pictures, we know they're looking for us, we know they're running, but we're still saying, even though we can't say it's going to be the system all the time. We in the Black Panther Party.